All right. Here we go. Here we go. Voidfall again. Now, we have a decision to make. Am I going to play Ancient Secrets again? Let me have a look. How many times have I lost this scenario consecutively? Answer: a lot. Let's have a look. I mean, last time we lost it. Last time before that we lost it really bad. Before that I lost it again. There's another one, fourth. Yes, I've lost this scenario 4 times in a row. 2 of those were in hard difficulty, where I got a bit confident from my previous wins. And then I ramped it down to medium. So I reckon I'm going to do medium. We can do a random house. Dunlork. Okay. Orbital docks or energy cells. They're an easy one to play. You can see here this is the complexity. So we can play one of the others if we want. Who did we play? Let's see which houses we've lost this scenario with. So I've played Astoran. I've played Xenor. I've played Marqualos. And I've played Shivels. So these are the 4 houses I've lost this scenario with. What if we go with Xenor? Destroyers and Cloning. Or Cradmore, Salvage Scanner and Purifier. Oh. Let's go with these guys. Okay. I think we're ready. Difficulty medium. Ancient Secrets again. Let's go. Let's go. We're gonna win the scenario today. Maybe not. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Alright. We need to select an origin card. So this one gets us the destroyers. Now, if you haven't played the game, the destroyers are that additional type of ship. They give you 1 extra initiative as an invader, and as an invader they give you 1 damage per fleet power. You inflict 1 damage per fleet power once. Oh, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Trying to get to 50 followers just because. So the destroyers are great if you want to get really aggressive with your military. And then cloning is, where's the technologies? Get out of the way. Cloning. Where is the cloning technology? Last time we established that I can actually increase this quite a bit before we start getting into trouble, make it a bit better for you all, and for myself, I guess. There's the cloning. Cloning is here. When you increase a pure sector's population, you may gain 1 credit, or you can activate a fleet power. That is crazy. That is crazy. That is really powerful. That can keep us activating fleet power. Or we get the destroyers. So what's the plan here? I thought we'd get the destroyers, but cloning is really good. I've played with the destroyers before. I wonder if cloning might be another thing to do. Let's do that. let's go with this. Let's go with cloning. This is a surprise because I was certain I was going to go with the destroyers. Or do we go with the destroyers? Right. I've changed the position of the camera because before I got a new PC and a new monitor and it's too high. The camera is too high if it's sitting on top of the monitor, so I put it on one of my speakers here. Hopefully that works. So we stuck before we even started the game. Cloning or destroyers? I mean, destroyers are great for expansion. Do we want a lot of expansion? We probably do. But being able to activate fleet power is also very good. I guess the other thing to note if you haven't played Voidfall is that once you choose an origin card, you take that technology and the other technology is out of the game. On that note, let's see what technologies are in this scenario. Let's remind ourselves we have the autonomous drones, which are great for combat. We have the energy cells, which are also great for combat. We have hyperdrive, another combat technology. Orbital docks. So orbital docks combined with cloning can be pretty powerful because cloning can get you to activate fleet power, and orbital docks can get you to deploy fleet power quicker. And then we have star bases, tactical transports, torpedoes. Okay, I'm gonna go with cloning. And let's see what happens. New galactic event. Okay, first cycle is Looming Destiny. We have 5 rounds in the first cycle. We are going to score. What does that mean? Oh, if we have number of pure agendas in our house mat, non-starting agendas, then for each one we get to place an installation. Or if we have at least 5 pure guilds, we get to take an agenda card. Okay, I mean, both of these are okay-ish. They're not crazy. The way it works is the first cycle, the benefits are okay, good, nice to have. Second cycle, they're much stronger, and then third cycle, they're scoring. So now we have to place one of these tokens, I can't remember what they're called, and a defense installation to one adjacent Voidborn sector. And then we have to place a corruption on the agenda offer. And then we can either activate a fleet power or deploy at home. Okay? So where do we want to place these? So it will make the sector stronger, but also more profitable for us. Do we want to go here? There's only one. We're going to take that over really quickly. Let's do that. It placed, let's have a look. I think it placed automatically. There we go. It placed the corruption on this agenda slot here, this agenda offer. So that means if we take an agenda from this row, we're going to take that corruption. And now we can activate a fleet power or deploy. Now, given we have cloning, every time we increase the population we can activate, I think I'm going to go with deploy for now, because I want to take over these 2 sectors really, really quickly if I can, or these 2. So I'm going to go with deploy. Okay, here we go, round 1. Alert card. Okay, our first crisis is cleansing fire. Oh. If we remove a corruption or move a corruption related to our civilization tracks, then we can get rid of this crisis. We can resolve it. Otherwise, we can take a corruption when it makes the jump to the crisis board to get rid of it. And the two existing ones we have, the political one, is it political? Are they called political, the blue ones? Says we need to have at least 2 pure sectors with 4 population. And the top one have 20 total combined production yield, which is these numbers here on the right hand side. Yikes. That's not happening anytime soon. But I think we can try and get this done because that helps us with our cloning. We can combine that with our cloning capabilities. Okay. Right. Let's have a look here in our civilization tracks. Our civilization tracks, we have the top one. The next one is to remove a corruption. So if we take a corruption on a sieve track and then upgrade that sieve track to remove it, then we'd be able to resolve this, but that's not going to happen on the same turn. By the way, this house that we took, does it have any special cards? It does. It has Conquest, which is stronger than the usual one. It's got more things on it. Oh, so we can invade and take an agenda on the same turn. Take a technology as well. Okay, well, that sounds great. And the other special one is politics, where we get to... Ooh, there we go. That replicate action allows us to move corruption, but most importantly, up the population in one of our sectors. I think we need to work on the population thing, because that will help us with the safe havens here. So the safe havens, you see this one has 2 steps to complete, this one has 3. For each step, it's either overproducing 2 resources on the same turn, not going to happen for a long time. Get one of your civilization tracks to level 4, not going to happen for a long time. Or have a sector, a pure sector with 6 population and at least 3 guilds. Still not going to happen for a long time, but that one, that last one, we can try and combine with our cloning and ultimately try and get rid of both of these 2 cards, crisis cards. Now, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Let's have a look at the heroic focus cards and see what is available. Temptation is available. Temptation is a very interesting one because it allows us to resolve this crisis card immediately. So that middle action, commit, will allow us to take a corruption on one of the sieve tracks and increase that sieve track. That's not going to get us the benefit, but that's okay, because then the second part of that action is increase a sieve track. So we could take the corruption to the middle or the bottom here track, and then increase the top, which gets us to remove the corruption, gets rid of the crisis card, and we have a couple of sieve track upgrades early on. So that's good. But is that good enough? What else we got? We've got heroic progress, which allows us to remove a corruption, take a tech, or deploy and redeploy our fleet power and remove a card from the crisis board. Okay, all of these are great, but heroic politics. Heroic politics allows us to attack and then remove things, and wow, these are all phenomenal options. Now, I think initially we wanted to take over these 3. We need to take over these 3 sectors as quickly as possible. The reason for that is that if we take over these 3 sectors as quickly as possible, these 2, in the back are going to be safe, because there's not going to be any void-born sectors adjacent to them. So we'd only have to protect these two. Make sense? In fact, if we take over this sector, so these two, we need to take over these three sectors as quickly as we can. Also, don't forget that this one here is a fallen house, and if we manage to take that over, we will gain an additional technology. So, what is the plan here? What is the plan? Master the plans. You watched The Nightmare Before Christmas? It's the crazy scientist on the tower having this little creature called Igor. And Igor brings the plans. Master the plans. And then the scientist tosses him a biscuit. Says, excellent, Igor. What is the plan? What is the plan? So we have a pretty special politics card here, but heroic politics is better. But it's extremely expensive. So there is that. Yeah, don't forget that. We could take the easy way out. I say easy, it's not easy, it's just that there's an obvious play here with these first two actions. Place a corruption, progress a sieve track, then progress the top sieve track, remove the corruption, resolve that crisis card, and then do the top, which basically is redistributing some of our resources and doing one of our preferred focus cards, which is progress or what's the other one? Development, which is not bad. Not bad at all. The only problem is that doesn't achieve much for us at the very start of the game. Let's do it. We're going to play Heroic Temptation. Or do we want to attack? Okay. Let's play Heroic Temptation. Which action do we want to perform? We want to perform commit first, I think. We are going to place the corruption. We got to be careful here because we don't want to miss out on a benefit that we really need. So I think I'm going to place it here. So that goes up, and then this one, we're going to choose the top one, society, to go up, remove the corruption. We're going to remove this guy, which resolves the crisis board, well, the current crisis card, yes. So that was that. And the second bit, we obviously don't have an agenda card to return, so we are going to exploit. Now, we got to be careful about what resources we want to try and redistribute here. What I'm thinking is we basically remove everything from energy and materials and put it in credits. We protect the food because the food is necessary for the end. So I'm going to spend 1, 2 of each. Gain 4. Just going to gain 4 credits for now. We have 3 science. I don't think we need more. I could gain 3 credits and a science, but let's keep it at 4 credits. And now we can do one of these. So we could get a new technology. A new technology is never a bad idea. Or we could do this to place a defense here. But like discussed before, we don't really want to defend these. We want to attack these and protect these back sectors as quickly as we can. So if I pay 2 science, I can gain one of these techs. What about either autonomous drones or torpedoes? Autonomous drones are good, but they require you to spend a trade token. Don't get me wrong, that's still great. I think I'm going to take torpedoes. Let's do that. As in, I'm going to do the invent action, spend the 2 science, select the tech, gain torpedoes, gain the 4 points, gain the 2 materials, and deploy another corvette. That was it. That was the first round done. Let's go. Second round. Okay. It's getting dark here. I need to turn on the lights. There we go. Alert card for this round is a level 2. Okay. Don't appreciate that, but okay. Oh, that's not going to happen soon. Increase our population on a pure sector to 6. Oh, okay. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. It's not going to happen. Okay. Second round. What are we doing? What's the plan? We need to attack everybody. Attack them all. Attack them all, I say. What are we scoring? Maybe we should look at our scoring. That's a good idea, Def. How about you look at what you actually score? Huh. Yes. So, okay. We are scoring 2 points per basic tech. Okay. 4 points per advanced tech. Not gonna happen soon. And 1 point per guild. Right. So attacking is good. Economy is better, is what you're saying. Now, I would play heroic politics without hesitation to prevail and then overthrow. So I would attack one of these sectors with that middle action, prevail, and then use the bottom action to remove the corruption from that sector. The problem is that we cannot fulfill the requirements of that bottom action because it says the cost is to remove a installation from a non-home sector, and obviously we don't have any of that. So we'd have to play something else first if we wanted to take advantage of that. Heroic progress, I feel like it's a bit of a waste right now. So yeah, let's have a look at our cards. Politics, no. Conquest. Conquest is not a bad idea. Now, we only have a production of 1 for science. We need some guilds. What am I doing? We need some guilds. We need to establish some guilds, right? We need something. But I also want to attack. Okay. I cannot not attack. It's too good not to do it. It's too good not to do it. I'm going to play Conquest. Let's go. Conquest. Attack them. Oh, do I want to play Experiment first and get another tech? Oh, can I get anything good for combat? Let's have a look. Orbital docks? No. Autonomous drones. I'm not going to use it now, because if I attack these guys here... Oh, it will protect one of my corvettes, I suppose. Otherwise it's going to get shot at from this, but we're going to have more opportunities to use that, so... yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think we can take... or we take an agenda card. Let's have a look at the agenda cards. What's happening with the agendas? Let's bring this out this way. We have the Salvation Project. 7 points if we have no corrupted sectors. Okay, we can manage that. And 4 points for each sector that has no empty guild space. At the moment we have 1 of those. That's not a bad one for us to take. And that can be played with Conquest or Development. Okay. Conquest or Development, you say. So what if we try to take that agenda card first and play it later? No. Oh, this is interesting because this one teams up with our original agenda, yeah? This gets us 2 more points for its basic tech and 3 per its advanced tech. Now, to be fair though, that's not a whole lot of points. If you think about it, you might end up having like 3 or 4 basic techs. That's 8 points. Maybe 1 advanced tech. You know, if you fill up everything. That's not a lot of points. If you double up though, it will be. And then the last one is this guy, which isn't happening anytime soon. Okay. So we could play Conquest or we could play something else and play Conquest afterwards. Let's play Conquest. I'm going to play Conquest. I'm going to experiment or invest. Do I want to invest and then combine my agenda play with my next card? If I do Conquest, what am I likely to do next? Progress or politics? Progress. I'm likely to do development afterwards. So development means we would take this agenda card. Okay, let's do that. That's a plan. It is a plan. So I'm not going to do experiment. I'm going to do invest. Done. Gain an agenda. I'm going to gain this guy. And then I'm going to gain a trade token, and I can gain a salvage token or a science. I'm going to gain a salvage token. He got me a resource. Okay. I'm going to take it as a food or a science. Let's take a science. And then we are going to engage. Shoot them, shoot them. Yeah, we're gonna spend an energy and a credits. Invade. We are going to invade these guys. Select fleets to invade with. All of them. Remember, it's our home sector, so we can abandon it. Why is it? Oh, it's showing me the result. Okay. Radio. So I've lost one from the defense installation, and then I destroyed the leftover Voidborn. So I take that on, clear the sector installations, gain and score the glory tokens, again some points, 3 points, that's nice. So this one says we either get a resource or we get to deploy a banking guild. Sure. We'll deploy a banking guild. Our production went up slightly. Okay, that was it. That was the second round. How do we want to handle this crisis? We could recall, is that right term, a fleet power to discard it, or we could leave it. Leave it as in it will go on the crisis board and it will become an ongoing crisis. What do we want to do? Drinking a cup of tea while fighting the Voidborn. I'm not crazy about recalling a fleet power right now. I'm not a huge fan of that. So I think I'm going to make the ongoing crisis. Round 3. Here we go. Crisis card for this turn. It's a military card. It says after you place a defense installation, choose to also spend 1 energy. You may not use credits. Well, that sucks because we have no energy. We spent it because we said we have credits as wilds. Thanks a lot, game. Okay, that's not great. So what is our plan now? Can we go and kill these guys? We can. We can and we will. The problem with all of this now is we need to start talking about defense in some of these sectors, right? So if I go and take over this sector, then this sector and this sector are going to need defenses. And I don't know, we are in round 3. I don't know if I do that now, if I'm going to have enough time to defend. So do I do that first? Do I do development now as discussed here? Play some kind of defense. And then move out. We cannot move out because there's 2 Voidborn fleet power here. And we need 3 to shoot first. If we don't, we're still gonna win it. If we go with 2 fleet power in here, we're gonna win the combat because we will fire at each other simultaneously because it's 2 versus 2 in terms of initiative, but we have torpedoes, which will deal 1 additional damage in the first salvo step. So we're gonna deal 2 damage, we're gonna kill them, but they're gonna deal 1 back. So we will end up having 1 fleet power in this sector and 1 fleet power here, if we do that. So yeah, it's not ideal. We're gonna need defenses anyway. I think we need development. We can't get away from that. I think we have to play development because we need some defenses and we need some kind of production Do I want to take all 3 actions? Well, that's a very interesting proposition. But given I just spoke about I don't actually want to take fleet power out, I don't think I want to take all 3 actions. To take that middle settle, I need to recall a fleet power. I don't think that's going to happen. So hang on. What about, so if we do development, right, we could establish some ships afterwards. We could put, instead of defense installations, we could put shipyards and then use the master action in the reinforcement focus card to get new ships out. But that's 2 turns, 2 rounds. We're already on round 3, we only have 5. So, yeah. I don't know. If we keep our trade token, are we likely to use any of these 2 very powerful cards? Progress, Heroic Progress, and Heroic Politics. Politics requires that we attack somewhere else. Yes, because Heroic Politics allows us to remove a Voidborn fleet power and then invade that sector. So we're not going to lose fleet power there. I like it. So this is what we're going to do. Oh, the problem is we don't have the science. Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. We see to do those top actions there in the Heroic Politics card, we need 2 credits, which is fine. 2 energy is fine. We have credits. Oh, we don't. We only have 3 credits. We're running low on resources. Let's take this one at a time. One at a time. I don't think we're going to be able to do all of this. So, first things first. I think we want to take all 3 actions here. I know we're going to recall a fleet power, but that's okay. That's okay. Let's do that. Flip a trade token to take all 3 actions. Yes. Do we want to play an agenda? Yes, but not yet. I want to do my things first. Yes, I'm going to play this. And now I can do any of these actions in any order. Well, first of all, we're going to do harmonize because we increase the population. Let's increase the population. Hang on, undo. We're going to do harmonize to remove the corruption first. Oh, hang on. We can remove this corruption to reduce the Voidborn attacks. Okay. Now I'm going to remove this now. Yeah. Then I'm going to settle. I'm going to recall a fleet power from here to place a energy. I think so. And place an installation or defense. Now, I think I'm going to place a shipyard or a defense installation because we want to produce some fleet power soon. Then we're going to do grow what do we want to put down? Do we want to put down a guild, or do we want to put down an installation of some sort? And do we want to put it down here or here? Defense here is obvious because we need to protect that sector. But if we attack this sector, it's not going to matter. We're going to want to protect this sector if we do that. So I think we're going to place a defense installation here. I mean, we'd love to be able to do that, but you're not letting me spend credits, are you? Yes, unable to pay the cost. We know this. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. And now we are going to do the agenda, which is establish a guild and then produce something. We are going to establish a... what are we establishing? What if? Remember, I was saying before, it would be great to play this politics card, but the problem is we didn't have the science and we didn't have enough resources in terms of credits and energy. The problem now is I'm realizing I can't get both. Can only get one of these. So I think I'm going to establish a science guild there, and I'm going to produce science. Place the agenda here. Done. What do you want to do with this? I don't know. I was hoping not to have to deal with it. I don't want to make this ongoing. So how do we do that? Do we place a Voidborn fleet power to discard it? I think we will. So it increased the fleet power for the Voidborn here to 3, because that was the only adjacent one. Here is a Fallen House sector. Okay, that was round 3. Wow, I don't feel we're making much progress here. Okay. What are we thinking? Okay. Let's see what the crisis is for this turn. When you get a tech, just do not gain the 4 points. Right. Okay, this is the 4th round. We have this one and one more. Now remember, at the end of the cycle, we're going to get an attack from the Voidborn, the skirmish. At the moment, skirmish is 2. And they're going to be attacking here, obviously, because that's the most weak. We need more fleet power in the game. There's no real choice right now. We have to get more fleet power in the game. So we need reinforcements. So we're going to pay 2 materials to deploy fleet power, one in our home and one in that sector there on the left. And then ideally we'd want to redeploy those, but I don't know how much of a choice we have. I think we have to do this. What about these guys? Heroic progress. Ooh, that will allow us to deploy fleet power and redeploy our things and remove a crisis card from the board. But then to take a tech we have to deactivate a fleet power. That's okay. What if we do that? I know that's playing it safe, but that's not a bad idea. Let's do heroic progress. Okay, we're gonna do restore first. We're gonna discard the one. We are going to deploy one. Where do we want to deploy it? I think we're going to deploy it here. Do we want to regroup? I don't think it matters right now. Because yeah, it's not going to matter. Discard the crisis from the map. Which one are we going to take the longer to this guy? Oh, but this one's going to cost us resources. This one's unlikely to happen this turn, isn't it? Oh no, it is going to happen. So we're going to resolve that. Yeah, let's do this. Regroup. It doesn't matter because we're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. Okay, finish. That action is done. And now I think the idea was to do invent. So we're gonna do invent. We're gonna pay food and deactivate a fleet power here. Oh, we can pay money instead of food. Let's do that. We need to preserve our food for the upkeep of our empire. So at the moment we have 2, 4, 5. 5 we'll have to pay. We have 5. So yeah, let's keep that. So remove a corruption. So we're going to remove the corruption from our board. I guess... Hang on, why did it do that automatically? Couldn't I remove a corruption from the agenda board? Maybe you can't actually remove that. Can't remember the exact rules for that, but that's okay. I was going to remove the board anyway, and now we can gain a tech. Yes. Select a tech. Okay, what would we like? What do we want? Do we want the orbital docks? Or do we want the star bases? Oh, look at that. It says when you deploy a star base at a pure sector, you may increase the population in that sector. And if you can remember, our cloning says when you increase the population, you gain 1 credit or activate something. We're taking that. Combo. We are taking this for sure. Although the drones are really nice. We're gonna take star bases. Done. Deploy a star base. Yes, please. Here's a star base. Increase the population. Yes. And do I trigger cloning? Yes. Of course I'm going to trigger cloning. What am I going to get? Well, I was hoping to have enough to do this later, but I'm not going to. So, a credit or... Oh, I don't know. There's no way I'm going to be able to do that, am I? Yeah. That's unfortunate. I was hoping to be able to do that action. It's okay. Oh, hang on. So what are we going to do then? So in our final action, what are we going to do? Prosperity? Sounds unlikely. Reinforcement? maybe. Production, we're not producing much right now, are we? Producing a whole lot of science. Okay, or politics. So we could attack somewhere. Oh boy, I'm gonna take the credit. Oh, okay. So the final alert card for the round was a war card, which means we're gonna resolve a war at the end of my turn. And then, because the end of the cycle, coincidentally, we're gonna resolve the crisis board again. Now, this is going to hurt. The reason this is going to hurt is the following. The war is fine, the military bit is fine, because they're attacking us for 0 at the moment. So it's not gonna matter. But unfortunately, the whole crisis board gets resolved. And this bit here, you see here, on the left, it says on the economic or the political track, on the bottom track of the crisis board, it says we lose 1 material, 1 energy, and 1 science. So, and then that's going to happen again at the end of the cycle. So we're going to lose all of our resources. So we need to prep for this. We need to really prep for this. We need resources ASAP. Okay. Forget about all the combats. What do we do? Heroic politics, I think, is now out of the question. Although, it would be great to expand now, because the skirmish power the Voidborn have is 0. So that would be good. So the new sector that we expanded wouldn't be under threat, basically. The problem with that is we cannot attack any of these, because we don't have enough fleet power. We only have 2 and 2, so we would only be able to grab 1 from here and 1 from here, go in here, they have 3. Even if we use this card, Heroic Politics, that removes a fleet power, and with 2 versus 2, we'd still win the combat because of our torpedoes technology, but that would leave us with 1 fleet power. And why would we want to do that? Is the question. I think we're better off preparing. We're going to lose the Heroic Politics card, but I think we need to prepare. Is there any way we can increase this? We can get rid of this? No chance. Have 2 sectors of 4 population. We have 1, but we're not going to be able to have another one. No chance. I mean, Heroic Politics is really, really good. What I'm thinking here is you use that middle one to attack that middle sector here. You take that over and we're going to be left with 1 fleet power here, 1 here, and 1 here. But Heroic Politics, that top action allows us to progress our middle civilization track, which, if you see, allows us to deploy an installation. So we would have a defense installation here as soon as the combat ends. The problem with all of this is we don't have enough resources to do this, so I don't know why I'm even discussing it. Let's go, Def. You're making no sense. What are we not playing? I don't think it makes sense to play production, because we simply don't have enough stuff to produce. Yes, I know we need stuff, but I don't see how it makes any sense to produce now with so few guilds on the board. I have an idea. I can increase the population of this to 4. If I play politics, I play the top and the bottom action. The top action allows us to progress our middle civilization track, which allows us to place an installation. We can place a star base in that section here, which allows us to upgrade the population. And then, where was I? This one. Then the bottom action allows us to up the population again. Let's do that. That's not getting us a lot of points, but I think it's the right play. Let's do it. So not heroic politics, just plain old politics. Yeah. Let's do this. Playing Inspire. Hang on. We're forgetting the war and phase C. Remember how I said this is going to resolve? And yes, military, we're fine. They're only attacking us for 0, which is fine. But this bit, we're going to lose one of each of these. So if I spend all of these resources, 2 science, 1 science, and 1 credit, I'm not going to have enough. What's under here? Because that's going to resolve. As soon as we do that, that's going to resolve. So we might still be fine. Let's do it. We've committed. Let's do this. I'm going to place a star base. Where am I placing a star base? I don't want to increase my food requirements. I'm going to place it there. Oh, I cannot place a star base. Undo. Undo. Yes. It doesn't allow you to place a star base, does it? It does, but we have the basic deck which says you may have 1 star base per sector. So I cannot deploy it there. I could deploy it here. But that's where I wanted to deploy it in the first place. I'm not going to have enough food then for the final thing. Wow. We got ourselves into a real pickle here, didn't we? Okay. What else are we going to do? What can we do? What about prosperity? Gains us 1 of each resource. Gets us to produce something and gets us 2 resources. Let's do that. It's not great. So we're going to do this. Flourish. That will get us 1 of all the resources, which is fine. And then we're going to do store. I think we're obviously going to be producing science, because that's the only thing that's worth producing. We're producing 4. Everything else we're producing only 1. And then we're going to gain 2 of something. Energy. Let's gain 1 energy and 1 materials. That's it. War card. Resolve the crisis board. We lose all of those resources. Boo. Not cool. And now this is done. First cycle is done. We are in the evaluation phase. It's resolving the crisis board again. Military, we're fine. We're losing these resources again. We need to pay 5 food to satisfy our empire thing. We cannot do any of these. Oh no, we can. We can do the top. Do we have 5 guilds? We do. Oh, we can do either the top or the bottom. Hey! Okay, gain an agenda or establish an installation. Okay. Yeah, sure. Gain an agenda is good, but you know what's better? Doing this. Because that gets us to increase the population there. And when we do that, we trigger cloning, and we're going to activate a fleet power. Because we want to deploy all of this stuff out. We scored 17 points from our agenda cards, which is not good. Not good enough. Okay, we have 36 points. The Voidborn at the moment have 267 if the game ended now, so yeah. Yeah. Doing okay? Second cycle. Go, go, go. Second cycle is Scorched Earth. 5 actions again. We're going to place a power to an adjacent Voidborn sector. That sucks. That sucks. But also, we're very lucky because the only Voidborn sector we have adjacent that we can place that already is at maximum capacity of 3. So that's not going to affect us. That's great. I'm sorry, what is this? Remove 2 guilds twice. Remove a guild or an installation? Are you kidding me? I'm gonna remove these starbase and then place them again to increase the population again. Thanks. And we're skipping step 1 in the evaluation phase at the end of this cycle. That means there's not going to be resolution of the crisis board. We need to remember this at the end of this cycle, which is fantastic, by the way. So if we have at least 2 sectors with 5 population, we get to increase one of our save tracks, or if we have 8 resources combined, stockpile, we gain 5 points. Oh, does that mean for every 8 we get 5 points? Okay, well, we're not going to have a ton of resources. We might. Okay. These are all doable. Oh, choose an effect to fulfill. You may only choose one. I'm not going to be able to choose this. It's not going to let me, right? Oh, you're talking about this. Yeah, okay. Destroy a guild or remove an installation. Yeah, I'm going to do that, dude. The problem with that is we're giving up on our deployment thing, aren't we? But that's okay. There you go. And second, I could destroy one of these guilds. They're not. Yeah. Let's remove this guild. I'm gonna remove this. Why am I not able to select that? It says non-home. Oh, come on now. Get out of there. Undo. I'm going to... What? Oh, it brought me back at the end of the... Sorry, it brought me back at the end of the evaluation phase. Let me just do that again. Apologies, I didn't realize it was going to take me so far in the back. It's all done, nothing's changed. Scorched Earth, okay. I'm going to remove this. And also now, yeah, I'm gonna remove that. Also, I could remove this one instead, I guess. gonna remove this. I'm gonna try and take advantage of my ability. Okay, first alert card is a war card, and we are on the second cycle, so that means it's going to resolve the crisis board with a +1 Voidborn fleet power. So at the moment we have 0, so they're gonna attack us for 1, which is fine. We're gonna defend no matter where they attack, at least in the current board state, yeah? So how's the camera? Is that fine? Camera is fine. Okay, let's go. What do we want to do this round? We would love to increase this to a 4 to get rid of this card, and then start working towards bigger and better things. We want to attack them is what we want to do. Heroic reinforcement. Deploy. Yes, except we want to have our star bases out, because that will deploy more things, yeah? Am I right? I think I'm right. So, heroic reinforcement is fantastic for us. What about heroic development? I guess heroic development is good. We need to attack something. We need to attack. Heroic innovation. Heroic innovation will remove one of their fleet power and will get us an advanced tech, which we can't get yet because we haven't crossed this point here with any of our sieve tracks. So development, innovation at the moment seems okay. What we need more guilds, and we need some strong production action to produce some things. That's what we need. That is what we need. So, with that in mind, how about we do development? Let's do development. Heroic development. This development is heroic. Hang on. Yeah. We're doing development. So. Oh. Okay, so I'm gonna spend one of those and 1 credits? Yeah, sure. I'm going to increase the population here to a 4. I'm gonna resolve the crisis. Thank you. I'm going to trigger cloning, which is going to be activate fleet power. I'm going to establish a guild. It's going to have to be, I'm assuming, a food guild. So that was Bloom. This combo is really nice. I think I may want to use that to try and get a couple of these sectors to 6s so I can complete a safe haven. And then we're going to do grow. We're going to spend 3 resources, gain 4, and place another guild. Spend 3 resources is... Let's spend 3 signs. Usually signs is the difficult bit to have. I have an abundance of it. I'm going to establish materials there. And I'm going to gain 4 of something. What do we want? Let's gain 1 food and everything else in credits. Or 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. Yeah, that sounds legit. Let's do that. How to resolve the war card. Resolve the crisis board. They attack us, we shoot them down, we defend. Is basically what happens. Oh, I have to place it in any sector. Okay, well, how about the rift? I don't think we're going to get to that anytime soon, are we? Resolve the crisis board, we lose one of each. That was round 1. Let's go. Round 2. Please not another war, please. Pretty please. Okay. The crisis card says grab an agenda while already have an agenda in hand. That's not very useful. Or when it jumps on the board, we have to remove 2 non-home defense installations to get rid of it. Not going to happen. Go away. Go away. Alright. What's the plan? What is the plan? Master the plans. Okay, round 2 of 5. What's Scorched Earth? 2 sectors with 5 population. Or we can gain some points. I feel the population is the way to go because it can help us with the safe havens as well. So, I'm going to try and push for that. So, we have 4 fleet power that we could deploy, but we need those, whatchamacallit? We need those star bases out. How do we establish star bases? Play heroic reinforcement, take a corruption to place 2 things. So that could be something. Take a corruption to place 2 star bases. Yeah. And then deploy. With what resources? Death. We need production. We need production. We have 0 stuff. Production it is. Well, at least it's an easy decision. What do we want to do? Not the bottom one. We have no corruption to remove, so that's useless. We are going to do this one. This one. Gain a might agenda. So, it's either this guy that says, hey, if you have 8 science, you get 7 points. That's not bad for us because we have good science production. As soon as we produce science, we're going to get to 8. Of course, that means we're not going to spend any until the end of the run. But my point is, science is the one thing that we can produce good now. So, and 6 points per sector that has all 3 of the installation slots filled. Or we can draw from the deck. Draw 2 from the deck and keep 1. When you draw, these symbols here give you an idea about what these cards reward you for. And it's installations, fleet power, and production yield. I think we're going to take this. This is not a bad one to take. So we did that and we're going to produce, yeah? Pretty sure. Produce. Thank you very much. And gain 1 point per 1, 2, 3. That should be 4 points for us. We've gone to 40. And now we are going to make this ongoing because we can't resolve it. Which track you want to place it? Oh. I don't want to make the Voidborn stronger. My go-to usually is economic, but then you keep losing resources. Damn it. Okay. Alert card for round 3 is at level 1. Good. After you deploy an installation, choose to also reduce the population. Are you nuts? I'm not doing that. I am not doing that. Now we can go ahead with this plan if that's what we want to do. If that's what we want to do. Because that gets us out there in one step. Otherwise, we have to play... Where is it? We have to play a reinforcement first. No, sorry. We have to... Where is it? We have to play... Prosperity first. To deploy a star base and then deploy things. So we're not going to do that. We're going to play heroic reinforcement. We can... Oh, hang on. What about this guy? We have this agenda card in hand that can be played with either progress or prosperity. Okay. What about we play heroic... Hear me out here. What if we play heroic innovation? Because what that does is we're going to play consolidate, the bottom action, to take an agenda card while we already have an agenda card in hand. So that's going to resolve this crisis card. It also gets us to remove a card from the board, which is going to be the other one. So the crisis board is going to be completely empty apart from the current crisis. And then we can do research to gain a tech and produce credits in science. I think that sounds hard to pass. I'm going to do that. I'm a bit more tactical in this game. Usually I'm thinking a bit more further ahead. I am certain this is going to lead to a bad score, but it's interesting to react to situations that arise, a bit more situational with the crisis board and everything. But we need to get to these sectors. We can't be sitting here waiting. We have to attack them. So yeah, so do I want to do that? What are the techs available that we can get? Is there anything spectacular? Oh. We could do experiment now because we've crossed the first advanced tech lock. So we could take an advanced tech and remove one of these. That's what we're going to do. Sold. So we're going to do consolidate. We are spending... I don't know, 2 materials. We are going to gain an agenda. Yes. Which agenda do we want? Do we want this one? This one has a corruption on it, not particularly. Hey. What are we likely to play afterwards? Reinforcement. So this agenda card would come into play. Oof, that's not bad. I'm taking that. And then we're going to discard the crisis. We're going to discard this guy. Can I discard this? I can. It is gone. And now I'm going to do experiment. I'm going to remove... it removed it from here. G'day, Paul. Paul is here. G'day. You're busy editing the vlog and doing Essen prep. I am so jealous, Paul. You're going to Essen. We're stuck, what is it, 20,000 kilometers away? Well, not stuck, but you know what I mean. It would take probably $20,000 to get to Essen at this time. Yeah. Your vlogs, by the way, are great because they give people an idea of all the games you've played over the last month, and then people can kind of go and look them up in your channel. And yeah, I always enjoy them, and you know, you have a little bit more of a space there to talk about how you feel about some of these games. Just hide in Martin Wallace's suitcase. I'm gonna drive down to his place right now, knock on his door and say, hey, he lives out in the bush, probably 2 hours from here, I think. I haven't seen him in a couple of months. Okay, what are we doing here? Gaining an advanced tech. Yes, I remember. Advanced torpedoes are hard to... I mean... Okay, oh, this is hurting my brain now. All three of these happen to be amazing for me right now. Well, they don't happen. I will pretend I planned for this. So, torpedoes, apart from their ability, what they give us right now is they deploy fleet power out, which is fantastic, which is what we want. We were planning on doing that anyway. Star bases allows you to have up to 2 star bases per sector. And deploys a star base, so that's pretty cool. And then cloning allows us to up sieve tracks twice. I love the others, but whoa, this one sounds amazing. Oh, okay. The choice is too much here. Okay, I don't know. Star base's advanced tech is amazing because when you deploy a star base, instead of upping the population in that sector, if it's a corrupted sector, you can remove the corruption from that. So I can start attacking and then I don't need to worry about corruption and just establish a star base which gets me defense and removes that corruption. Oh, this is so good. Oh boy. What is the #1 game you're most looking forward to see or play in Essen, Paul? I know you're probably not going to get the opportunity to play a lot of games, but what game or games, a couple, are you most looking forward to seeing there? You've already played some of the games that will debut at Essen, but apart from those, which one is which ones are at the top of your list? I'm not going to take torpedoes. Torpedoes, I'm not going to worry about. So it's star bases or cloning. Yeah, a lot of the great games you've already got and played. Yes, yes. And you're unlikely to actually play many games. Yes, you're going to be very, very busy. So I'm going to go with cloning. I'm going to go with cloning because that's going to give me an additional tech. Oh, you're getting a chance to play Lands of Evershade with a designer. Okay. Wow, alright, well, what are we upgrading here? I think we're upgrading this. Statecraft. Statecraft says, activate a fleet power and deploy something. We are deploying a thing, a purple thing, a star base. Increase the population. You are asking me? Of course I'm going to increase the population and my cloning triggers. This is amazing. This is legit amazing. I've never built such a combo before. Like, usually this is not the kind of game where you build combos with the cards. You just have to find efficiencies in your actions and how to manipulate your economies. This is the first time I've got combos. This is amazing, he says, while the Voidborn have 262 points and he has 46. Yeah. Same designer as Tainted Grail Nice's Vanguard. Now you're talking. You've played those a lot, and I've played ISS Vanguard only, you know, that mission where something happens. I've only played one after that, and then I kind of went into the fridge. And then Tainted Grail I've played, I think, up to mission 4, quest 4 or whatever. So I need to resume these. Choose a guild to establish. What do we want to establish? Food guild? Let's establish a food guild. I have a feeling we're going to need it. Hang on, we're already in round 4? I got...
This came back from a search.
Google, my phone thinks I'm talking to it. That's exciting. Alert this round, okay. Crisis card for this turn. After you take a tank, choose to also deploy a fleet power in an adjacent Voidborn sector. Okay, we can do that, but I don't want to do that now. I want to do that after I take over this sector or that sector. Can we do that, please? Let's do that. So are we doing heroic reinforcement is the question. We're going to deploy 1,000,000 fleet power. 1,000,000 if we do that. Because that bottom action, take a corruption. I know. Deploy 2 things which are going to be, for me, both star bases. Can't do that. Cannot deploy 2 star bases because I didn't take the advanced star bases tech. So I can only have 1 star base per sector. Ugh. Right. But I could deploy a star base here and a shipyard there. And then I'm going to deploy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of my 6 things. So then I'm going to just attack everything, everybody at the same time. I'm going to do like 4 invasions at the same time. The problem with all of that, of course, is that we are now at round 4. So if I do this now, that means I will attack on round 5, which is the last one, and that's not going to be enough to attack a new sector and clear the corruption from that sector. So it can score, because the Conquest card does not have a clear corruption thing. And I don't think I have anything else. What about politics? Okay, I mean, all right, let's think about this. Politics has something. It has something that allows you to move the corruption. So we could move the corruption from the corrupt sector to our board. So the Voidborn power is going to increase by 1 in terms of their attack. Do we want to even do that? I don't know, but I know that heroic reinforcement is impossible to ignore right now, so we're doing it. Right? Yes? No? Maybe? I think so. I think we're doing heroic reinforcement. And we can play this guy. Oh, that's... Okay, this is getting crazy now. This is getting crazy. Yes, I'm gonna play this agenda. Okay. Oh, my brain hurts. My brain hurts. Hang on. Here's the deal. I don't need to take that bottom action anymore, because I can use the agenda card to deploy a star base. I mean, I could do the bottom action, but not to place 2 installations, but to remove a crisis card from the board. Fair. I think we're doing this for now, for sure. I think this is not needed anymore. And this one allows us to increase one of our save tracks, which will get us another tech. Let's do that. So I'm doing the agenda card first. Activate a fleet power. I've never had 7 fleet power here waiting to be deployed. Okay, what kind of installation are we doing? Are we doing a star base here? We can. That will increase this to 5. Let's do that. Ay, ay, ay. Do I want a credit or an activation? I want an activation. I have 8 active fleet power waiting, just waiting to be deployed, begging to be deployed. Let's do it. Let's do it. Master. We don't have 4 materials, but we can spend 2 materials and 2 credits. Oh, that's gonna be an incredible deployment. How many I'm gonna deploy? 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that all? Oh. Okay. It's not that incredible. The reason is I didn't do the bottom bit first, which would allow me to place more things. So I could do that, but I think I'm gonna skip it. Oh, hang on. I just discovered something. Hang on. If I do this top action first, I can increase my bottommost save track. So this could be this middle guy. This middle guy would get me a tech. I could get a tech, which would be the orbital docks. The orbital docks essentially double the deployment when it happens. That is nuts. That is what we're doing. We are going to spend 2 science. We're not going to get that 8 science, are we? And I don't know, 2 energy. We are going to 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yikes. We're going to do this, increasing our statecraft. Gets us a tech. I don't want to get one of these 2 techs. Why is it only showing me advanced techs? I want to take a basic tech. Come on now. Hang on. I don't want one of those. Hello? Hello? What? Hang on. I don't want one of those techs. I want a basic tech. This should allow me to gain a basic tech. What is the problem? But I don't want this tech. I mean, I want it, but I also don't want it. Okay, all of this stuff is great. But I didn't want to take this tech. Okay, this is interesting. I don't know why it's not allowing me to choose a basic tech. It should have let me make a basic or an advanced tech. This icon here is white/black, so I should have been allowed to gain a basic tech. The outcome wasn't bad this way either, but it's not as good as deploying 8 fleet power on the board, which I would have done. So I don't know what happened there. Okay, well, I'm not happy with that. I'm gonna have to do production for my food, aren't I? Yeah, I don't get it. I used accelerate, which allowed me to progress my lowest most sieve track. Ask on Slack later. Yeah. And that progressed this sieve track here to this slot, which says gain an advanced or a basic tech. Now remember, last time I was certain that there was a bug with the software. I was misinterpreting a rule. So maybe there's a rule here that I'm missing, but I don't see it. Gain a basic tech means gain a basic tech. Anyway, let's progress as if we wanted that tech. Now we're going to master. We're going to spend 2 of these and 2 of these, yes. And we are going to do that and then deploy. Bloop. Deploy as suggested. Manual for fine-grained control. No, deploy as suggested looks fine, dude. Go for it. Hey, look at that. There is a ton of things there. Yes, we are definitely going to be placing that agenda because it's going to score. Okay, that was round 4. I don't want to say I'm certain this is a bug because that's what I said last time. Turns out I was misinterpreting a rule. So let's not do that. But this is kind of interesting. So yeah, I don't know. All right, alert card level 2 for our final turn. It is a military 1. Choose to recall twice from your home sector. Or 3 food when it goes in. What? Are you mad? That's not going to happen. Now, an interesting bit here is that we now have a sector with 6 population and 3 guilds, which means one of the safe havens is going to trigger at the end of the cycle. If we could get this one on 6 as well, that would be amazing. Because we would complete the safe haven on the same turn, on the same cycle, let's say. But we want to expand, right, as much as we can. This agenda here, we could actually slot this. Would that score us anything? No to the first bit. 6 points from the second bit, or 12 if we put another one there. The problem we now have is we don't have enough food for the Empire upkeep. So our upkeep at the moment is 10. We have 9 food. We've already played production. We've used all of the heroic cards, so we don't have much choice. Let's have a look. We have temptation, which is not bad. Produces stuff. And gives us a whole bunch of flexibility. Temptation gives us a lot of flexibility. Lots and lots of flexibility. Politics is less exciting. That top action is less exciting. Middle action allows us to, yes, invade. And the bottom action allows us to increase the population of a sector. Haha! So, let's have a look at the benefits from the safe haven. The safe haven benefits say you remove a corruption, you remove a harbinger, usually from the board because they score 10 points for the Voidborn if they stay on the board. or you gain 3 resources, or you deploy 2 fleet power. Okay, so the benefit is not incredible, but the Voidborn score 20 points for each safe haven that we have not completed. So we'd want to do at least one of these. So this would allow us to do that. This would get us attacking, invading one of these sectors, which we want to do. Do we have advanced torpedoes? No, we have advanced cloning. Right. And advanced star bases. Well, okay, that's less exciting. Okay, so we could attack one of these 2 sectors and then use the second action, the replicate action, to increase our population to a 6. The problem with all of that is that that new sector we're going to be attacking is going to be corrupted, so it's not going to score for anything. We're going to miss out on 7 points here. But what if we use the replicate action to move the corruption on our board? That will make the Voidborn to attack us with 2, which they wouldn't stand a chance with all of these defenses. But remember, they're going to be attacking us to our most weak place, and that weak place is going to be there because that's where we're going to have less less defenses and stuff. And it's not going to be just 2, it's going to be 3, because we're not going to resolve that. Yikes. Okay. So maybe attacking is not a great idea. What else can we do? Conquest. Don't attack them, attack them. Yes. We also have this. To play this, we need to play progress or prosperity. Progress seems not exciting at all. Because even if we take that top bit, produce science, it's going to produce 5 plus 2 we have, we're going to get to 7, but we need to spend 2 to gain a tech. So we're going to miss out on this goal, which is to have 8 science, unless there's a tech that gets us science. Nope. Nope. That is a big, fat, tall glass of nope. So, progress sounds iffy at best. Prosperity. Okay, prosperity gets us a trade token, which gets us 2 food, which is good. Gets us another guild, which is useless because we don't have anywhere to place it. We're all full. So that's not good. We get to produce and gain 2 things. Okay, so if we play prosperity, we're going to be playing it just for the points. Because we can get to 8 science with prosperity. Do we want to do that? Do we want to do that? That's going to get us significant points. 7 plus 6, 13 points just for playing this. That's not bad. Maybe we want to do that. You may play an agenda alongside your focus card. Yes, of course I'm going to play this. Of course. Okay, so one step at a time. I'm going to... Ooh, hang on. Okay, We're giving up on that population increase to a 6, which would get us that safe haven done. But I'm confident we can do that later, so it's not a huge deal. So I'm gonna leave that for now. So let me do store first. I'm gonna produce science, gain 2 things. I'm gonna gain 1 science and 1 food. That gets me to 8 science. It gets me to 10 food. But if I slot this card, I'm gonna need 2 more food. Hang on. Hang on. Stick with me. Stick with me here. I'm gonna play this. I'm going to advance my lowest sieve track. Gets me there. Gain a trade token, which gets me, you've guessed it, 2 food. But also we don't need it because we now have a trade token. So we can cover one of the agenda cards, one of the agenda slots. Wow, this has proven more complex than I thought it was going to be. Very economic game. I started all excited and aggressive to attack them, and I've got 1,000,000 fleet power, and I'm like now, oh no, let's produce some resources nice and quiet. Stay on our corner. So, here's an interesting decision now. I could do Flourish. I don't need it anymore. I've covered my food needs for the end of the round. I got my 8 science, doing everything I want. But advancing the sieve track, it's now becoming a lot more interesting because I'm increasing my sieve tracks very quickly. And I have advanced cloning, which says ignore the costs of entering level 3 and level 4 of your sieve tracks, which means I can get to scoring capabilities here, the scoring slots, very, very cheaply. So it's to my benefit to increase the sieve tracks. However, if I do organize, yes, I know I'm going to lose some resources and fleet power. By the way, I don't care about that. I've got all of them activated here. But it's going to get me an agenda card for the start of the next round. And it's going to let me deploy an installation. Now, I don't need the installation. But if I place it there, then this agenda card, that's going to score 6 points for that. Because it needs 6 points. It scores 6 points per sector that has all 3 installation slots filled. Well, that has at least 3 installations in them. So 6 points or advance the sieve track. I think I'm going to advance the sieve track for now, even though the actual advancement is not as useful. But it does get me another trade token. There you go. And I'm going to gain, I don't know, do I just gain 2 science to have enough? Or I have nothing else, so I think I'm going to gain 2 credits. Place the agenda slot. Done. So these 2 trade tokens are going to go and sit on 2 of the agenda slots, reducing my upkeep by 4. What do I want to do with this? Well, now I can lose 3 food now and discard it. Of course, then we're going to be zeroed out on food for the rest, but we have 12 food production. A simple production action should be enough for next round to get us where we want. I think we're going to make it disappear. There's another quote from Home Alone there somewhere. I'm going to make my family disappear. I'm going to make my food disappear. Done. Oh, I can pay with credits. No, I don't want to pay with credits. I'm going to pay with food. Do I? Yeah. Okay. That is done. Evaluation was completely clear. I have never had this situation before. I've never had a situation at the end of the second cycle where there's 0 crisis cards on the board. Of course, The trade-off is we're still stuck in our 3 original sectors. The 2 sectors we started plus the one we took over. All of those plans to gain these 2 sectors super quickly went down the toilet. Okay. We do a safe haven. Yes. We are doing this. Fantastic. Okay. So here we choose. We don't... gain 5 per 8. How many resources we have? Yeah, not much. So I was getting either 5 points or we advance a sieve track. Guess what we're doing? We're advancing a sieve track. Although this one, the bottom one that I've been advancing, is useless if we don't start attacking, because it is scoring your glory tokens, and at the moment we only have 1, so it's 2 points. That is useless. Come on now. Oh, in fact, none of this is great. It's okay. We're going to advance the sieve track. Statecraft allows us to activate. We don't have any to activate. We're going to regroup. I'm going to move this guy here. Whoops. I'm going to move this guy here. And that's it. No activation. I've used all my fleet power. I've scored a ton of points with my 4 agenda cards. I've scored, well, not a ton. I've scored 58. Okay, so it's not a ton. It's not bad. It's not bad. But these can be 12. These can definitely be 4. The others, not so much. So yeah, these agenda cards do not, I don't see a whole bunch of opportunity for a huge amount of scoring. So I have 110 influence. I have to place a Harbinger. Why do I need to place a Harbinger? Why? What happened? What is the situation? Why are we placing a Harbinger? Hello? Oh, is that because of prep for medium difficulty? Yeah, right. Economic. Sure. Okay, here we go. Final cycle. Cycle 3. Shining future. Oh. What does it say? Spend a credit to upgrade one of your glory tokens, or return a glory token for 3 credits. Okay. The cost for each action on the preferred focuses is now 1 credit instead of the printed cost. Okay, so we need credits for progress and reinforcement. Okay. And then at the end, we score our 3 highest glory tokens twice. That's not good for us, is it? Or we score 1 point per credit in our stock and 2 points per pure banking guilds. We are not set up for this, unfortunately. I'm going to pay a credit to upgrade my glory token. I have to. I can't return my other glory token. And the first alert card for the 5th round of the 3rd cycle is a war. So the war here is +1. +1. And they have a 1, whatchamacallit, shield or absorb during the approach step. So any defense installations I have are not going to deal any damage on the first step. It's not going to matter because I am far too strong at the moment. Okay. Right. So we have 5 turns. What do we want to do here? So to score strong in this round, we need to... Yeah, we can't go economic. We have to go military because the Voidborn score points for anything that's corrupted. They score points for Harbingers on the board. They score points for every population peep that is corrupt. So a 4 population sector that's corrupt, that's 4 points for the Voidborn. We gotta go attack them and start clearing things out. We can't sit around anymore. Before we do any of that, we need to produce, because guess what? We have no resources. So it's a good thing heroic production came out, but let's have a look. What is good? Heroic production says we can produce. Okay. And then at the top it says return trade token, which we have to gain 3 points per pure guild. That's not bad. That's not bad. Hey, hey. How many attacks can we do? Heroic Conquest is there, which is great because it allows you to remove the corruption. Okay. Has to be production. We have no money. Has to be corruption. Production, yeah? We have nothing. We have to get stuff. Has to be. Hang on, is the normal production better than that in our current situation? Where is production? Oh, it's gone out. No. Oh, do we want to take all 3 actions, you say? No, I do not, because that last optimize action is completely useless. So no, thanks. So supply, I'm going to produce. That's not bad. Then I'm going to thrive. I'm going to return this guy and gain 24 points. Bang. 3 points per pure guild. Bang. And then remove a Harbinger. Bang. I'm going to remove... Who am I less likely to reach? This guy up here, all the way up there. Very unlikely. I mean, I could remove the guy from the crisis board, but he doesn't score any points for the Voidborn. He does, however, contribute to... you see, he covers this spot, so that means I'm losing resources the next time the crisis board is resolved, but not worry about that now. I need to start reducing their points. Resolve crisis board. Resolve it. The war does nothing. We lose 1 energy and 1 material. Next round. We're progressing very quickly, but I don't think we're doing particularly well to defeat the Voidborn, but we'll see. They're gonna score a lot. I guess... Okay, so here's where this app is fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. Once you get used to the UI a bit, and for me the main thing is that I can't see the technologies in the agenda cards at all times. It trips me up a bit. It's fantastic. But here is the thing. Is it a good thing that it is counting live the Voidborn score or not? Because normally you don't know how much they score. You see the calculation here. So I'm playing in medium, so they score 100 plus 30 for each open rift plus 20 for each safe haven that I haven't completed, plus 20 for each distraction token, which I haven't taken any, plus 10 for each Harbinger on the board, 5 points for each crisis card on the crisis board, 1 point for each corrupt population, 2 points for each corruption token, etc. So until I finish the game on the table, I don't know what the Voidborn score is going to be, and that gives me some I mean, most of the times you kind of know if you've done well or not, but in some cases, I've had a lot of games, actually, more than half of my solo games, I've played this game a lot solo. You know, I don't know if I've won or not until I start counting the score of the Voidborn up. And that gets me a little bit sense of excitement and uncertainty at the end. So I'm not sure that I love having the score displayed there. Although, I have to say, it's not... The uncertainty is still going to be there because my score is going to be counted at the end of the cycle after agendas and the cycle scoring and all that. So, yeah, but interesting one. Okay, crisis. After you receive a tech, choose to also return the glory token of the value of 3. Yeah, we're not doing that. Thanks. Or we resolve it by taking a skirmish where they have to absorb in the approach step. It doesn't matter, we're fine, because they are attacking us for 1, so we don't care, is the response. Because we have defense here and here. Yes, they're going to ignore both, but we have all the fleet power. Okay, we did our production. We have 4 turns to take over everything. Now, let's not forget, we need our second cube on the safe haven. So, at some point we need this. So we either need this to become a 6 population, or we need to do it some other way. We need to overproduce or something. Science and food seem the more reasonable candidates, but it has to be on the same turn. Or we need to reach level 4 with one of our sieve tracks, which seems likely. We need to attack. We need to attack as quickly and as decisively as we can. We can attack using Heroic Conquest. Heroic Conquest is great because it attacks, removes the corruption. Done. So, and then we can either do the second action, strategize, to basically gain an agenda card, or the third action to to upgrade our glory token. I wonder if that's a good idea. That's probably a good idea. Let's see what else we got. We've got politics, which will allow us to increase that population. We have conquest, which allows us to get another tech. We have... What else do we have? That can attack. That's it. And of course, we have the agenda actions. The ones that have invasion are these ones, so we're going to take a corruption when take it, but it's fine. So it's the corruption and the innovation cards. Okay. Close that, close that. Heroic Conquest, bang. Now, did we want to get this guy? Or not? Hang on. This is not an easy sector to take out. It has a defense installation, so we're going to get 1 damage on approach and 3 Voidborn fleet power. What do we have? We have star bases, which is useless. We have torpedoes. So we're going to lose at least 2 corvettes. Okay. I think that's fine. We have to. We just don't have... Do you want to take all 3 actions, you're asking me? I don't know. Do I? Do I want to take all 3 actions? I don't know that I do. I don't think so. I mean, I'm not going to need to upgrade to activate fleet power because it's all activated. And upgrading my glory tokens, sure, but it's only 1 point every time I score my glory tokens. So, I mean, no. I'm going to keep my trade token. Annihilate. Spending a food and 2 energy. Invade. Selector to invade. Select sector to invade. This guy. How many do I want to invade with? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Oh. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. They're gonna, I was just thinking that they're gonna then attack me here. But that's okay. Okay. So I lost 1. Yep. Checks out. Whoa, why did I only lose 1? So on approach, they do 1 damage. I lose 1, I have 5 left. Then I have initiative. I shoot them, but I do double because of my torpedoes. They have 1 left, they deal damage back. So I lose another 1, so I should have 4 left. Yeah, correct. Okay. Clear sector installations, done. Gain and score glory tokens, done. Move tokens. He is gone. Which track of the crisis board do you want to put this guy on? Economic. Choose post-combat actions to take. 1 point or 2 materials. If I lose this game for 1 point, this is going to be the moment. Because I actually don't know if I need 2 materials, but I'm going to take it. Right? Yes. Remove the corruption. Okay. Second action. What do we want to do? This is useless. So I'm going to do strategize. To basically take an agenda card. Okay. Let's do it. I'm going to gain an agenda. What is available? This one says... So basically I'm now looking to replace agenda cards. This one says 6 points if you have 2 of these and 2 of those. I do not, but let's say I do. That's 6 points. And the other one says 3 points for each sector that has at least 1 banking guild. So I could combine that with this. But I don't know I'm going to have enough sectors to place banking guilds, pure sectors to place enough banking guilds to score that many points. If I had banking guilds here already, that would be a good one to take. But as is, I don't think this is helping me much. This one, oh hello, 2 points per fleet power. Is that what safeguard policy is? Hey Stelio, how you doing? Thanks for joining. All the way from Greece. Great game, hey? Are you talking about Voidfall in general or this game specifically? Because this is your kind of play, right? When I played with Stelio, my brother, when he was here in Australia, we played a few games of Voidfall and he would always take sort of the economic path and would score 1 trillion points and would win every single game. We weren't able to stop him. So this is your kind of game. Safeguard policy. I need to look this up just to make sure what we've got. Voidfall safeguard policy agenda. Where's the rule book? Here's the rule book. Okay. Because if that's what I think it is, that scores more points than other stuff that we have. Yeah? I think. Where is it? Nope, that's not it. I think that's what that is. So I'm just looking at not the rule book, because I need the glossary is what I need. So what I'm looking for is this agenda on the right hand side. Does that mean 2 points per fleet power on pure sectors? Let's have a look. Safeguard policy. Gain 2 influence for each fleet power in your pure sectors. So yes, is the answer to that. So if I take this, you know, considering I have heaps of fleet power on the board and more that I can deploy, that could potentially be worth, you know, I don't know, 14 if I have 7 on the board, 14, 16, and then plus 5, that's probably 19 fleet power points. This is also going to be worth 19 as soon as I build the 3rd installation there. Well, it is if I have 8 science. This is also going to be worth 19. These are going to be worth less. 14 maybe. It is a bit of a risk. We're not going to take that. So, alright, so I'm going to pick an agenda not based on the scoring, but based on what I want to play next. So I've played production and conquest. Do I want to be able to do more invasions and things? Or do I want to be able to do that? Let's do that. I am likely to do what? 1 more politics. Oh, politics is the only one that doesn't match an agenda. So I can't play an agenda with politics. What else? I'm likely to play temptation, but the problem is I don't want to take a corruption right now. What else am I likely to do? Development. I want to take development? Innovation, maybe? Reinforcement. Reinforcement we're likely to take. Yeah, let's do reinforcement. Where's reinforcement? It's this guy. Okay. I could have picked blind, I suppose, but that's okay. Regroup. I don't want to regroup. I'm fine. Skip. Yes, I will take the skirmish, because they cannot harm me. I've defended, it's fine. 3rd round. Crisis card for this turn. After you take a trade token, choose to also place a corruption at... Is that an agenda slot? Or is that at the agenda offer? That's not clear. Toxic bargain. Well, we downloaded the glossary for a reason. What's that called? Toxic bargain. Toxic bargain says this: after you take a trade token, choose to place a corruption on an agenda offer. Okay, so that's not bad, because I don't think we're going to care that much. Okay, so that's fine. There's still so much corruption on the board. So much. And we're not scoring a huge amount of points. We need more trade glory tokens. Ideally big ones. So now because we're next to this wormhole, we are adjacent to any of these. So I could go here. Why would I go there? There's no glory tokens. I don't want to go there. Scratch that. So ideally, it's going to be this guy or this guy because they have a 3 glory token and they have a 4 population, which we want to make sure it's not corrupt. Oh, this one's not corrupt. This one's not corrupt. This one is. So it's going to have to be this guy. I got to attack this guy. This guy has a defense and 2 tokens. So if I get past the defenses, I can kill them with my corvettes. So I'm going to lose 1. If I attack with 3, I'm going to lose 1. And then we're going to have equal initiative. Yep, not happening now. Okay. What's the plan? Yeah, this hasn't gone well in terms of points. I haven't thought this through well. Because this down here, the one I'm closest to scoring points, is really not good for me. And the middle one only gets me points at the end, and that's 4 points per science guild, which I only have 2 of at the moment. What does that do? Okay, so this world gets us, if I remember correctly, because this guy's in the middle blocking it. So that's a bit annoying. That is a bit annoying. There you go. If I remember correctly, it gets you 2 production to all of the resources, which is good, but at this point, I'm not sure producing more resources does much for us. For now, we need to... Yeah, we need to get points or remove points from the Voidborn, which means attack their sectors and clear out the corruption. So how are we going to do that? What tech is left? Autonomous drones. Drones are great. Drones are great because they get you shields, so they can leave your fleet power there. Hang on. We have a ton of fleet power we can deploy. So we're doing, you guessed it, reinforcement. Where's reinforcement? There. We're definitely doing this. Do I want to take all 3 actions? I definitely want to do the middle and the bottom. The middle to deploy things and then the bottom to redeploy them upwards. The question is... Hang on. That's going to be too much fleet power, actually. I'm not going to be able... Oh, yeah, okay. Do I want to do the top one, which is to advance a tech? I guess that would be 6, 8. If I manage to do that. Is there any way I can attack first before I do that? Is there any way I can attack first? I need 4 fleet power to attack this sector because 1 is going to get destroyed from this on approach. So I need initiative. I need 3 to be able to take these guys out. And I don't have... I'm not going to have 3. Yeah, okay. I don't think the tech will help us. Can the tech help us? Is there any tech that can help us? Let's have a look. No. Okay. No tech can help us. Hey. So we have to do this. Do I want to take all 3 actions? I don't know that I do. It's only going to score me 5 points. And then the possibility to score 3, 6, 9, 12, maybe 15. Not a great deal. So, yeah. No is the answer to that. Do I want to play that? Potentially. Sure. Okay. Here we go. We're gonna play this first. There's nothing to activate, but we're gonna be able to hang on. We don't have the resources to do this. Hang on. We have this, but we don't have energy and we don't have credits. Oops. I have a way out. I'm going to place a star base there, which allows me to increase the population, which allows me to trigger cloning, which gets me a credit. That's okay. That's cutting it a bit close, but okay. So we've done that. We're going to do master. Deploy as suggested. 1, 2, 2, and 1. That sounds about right. Deploy everybody. Bang. All my cubes are on the board. That is crazy. That is crazy. No, I'm not discarding the agenda. Are you crazy? I'm keeping it. Keep it. Skip that. Hang on, where's my second action? Hang on. What? I want to be able to do mobilize. Where's my credit gone? Didn't I gain a credit? Undo this, sorry. I forgot. Not finish, I need to play my actual action. Oh, no, hang on. We missed this. Yes, this event from this bloody shining future BS is that the cost of it for each action your preferred focuses is 1 credit instead of the printed cost. Oh, no. Which means this one is -1 credit and this one's -1 credit, which means we can't do both because we're missing a credit. Oh, undo. No. Cancel, undo everything. So we can't do reinforcement. Wow. Okay. Right. Cannot do reinforcement. Okay, what are we going to do then? It sounds like we may have to have a dud turn. That's what that looks like. Unless we attack these guys. Fallen House. Trade Nexus or Autonomous Drones. Do we like any of that? Autonomous Drones. Sure, they're great. if you have trade tokens. Trade nexus. No, we don't want to, not interested in the trade nexus whatsoever. Oh, okay. What's the plan? This is only a one population sector and only a one glory token. I really don't want to waste my turn on that. Yes, I'm going to gain a tech, but I really don't think it's worth it. So change of plans, we're going to do something else. We might have to do innovation. We might have to do innovation. What are we scoring points for? We're scoring points for techs, we're scoring points for guilds, we're scoring points for full guild slots in sectors and for full... Okay. So what if we do development then? I'm going to do development and that will allow me to increase the population. That's what I'm going to do. That's a bit of a dud turn. But that's okay. I'm going to do that. I'm not going to take all three actions. I'm going to do this. Increase the population here. Yes, that triggers. That gets me a credit. Does that help me for that next bit? I think it does. And then I'm going to do this. Spend the material to place that or a guild. I'm going to place one of those there, increases the population, triggers cloning, gets me a credit. That's how we got our 2 credits, which is great. So we got our 2 credits. I mean, I don't lose a guild. No, not doing that. Make it ongoing. Where do I want it? Hey, I think it's going to have to be economic. It's going to have to be. Hopefully it's not going to cost us too much. Round 4. Okay, second to last action. Crisis card. Invade with 5 fleet power. This turn cannot happen, unfortunately. Unless I have some way to deploy and invade, which is not going to happen. So that's not great. Okay. Damn it, we only have 2 turns left. So that's not great. That's not great. Okay. Do we want to master now? Do we want to do the reinforcements? We have the 2 credits to do the 2 actions. The problem is we're not going to be able to invade this turn. We can do it next turn. But even if we do that, if we invade, I'm not going to be able to clear out the corruption unless we put it on our board, which means we're going to be at... Oh, this has not gone down well. What's heroic prosperity? Uninteresting. It is slightly uninteresting. Okay. So is it even worth attacking Voidborn then if we cannot even clear out the corruption? We're not going to score anything here, and usually this is where you want to score lots. Come on. So let's say I do attack one of these guys, so I have my 3 glory token. That's going to score me 3, 6, 8 points. And then at the end, it's going to score me my 3 highs, which is going to be those, twice. another 16. So all in all, it's going to score me 24 points. Even if I don't do anything else. I don't think I can get that much from an economic approach in the last 2 turns, which is basically build banking guilds where I am, try and fill this up, and produce money. So yeah, I could use innovation to produce science and credits. I need the science because of my end game scoring, this one, but that's not going to do much more. If I gain a science, if I gain, let me have a look. If I gain a tech, I could take the autonomous drones. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. At this point, I'm not sure what will score me the most points. I think I would like to attack them. So I think I'm going to play reinforcement. Let's do it. Reinforcement. Do I want to play all 3? It's going to ask me. I don't know, do I? I think I do now. Because I want to play that top one to advance my thingamajig. Yes. He says, do you want to place this? Yes, because I'm not going to have another chance. I've played the other 2 cards. Okay. Alright, well, I mean, okay. Oh shit, we need 3 credits to do all 3 actions. Which we can do. We can do that by doing this first. Placing one of these guys either here or there. Now, if I do this, that's 6 points. But if I do this sector is a bit more protected. And I'm not going to be able to do both, I don't think. Oh, yes, I am. Because I'm going to use that. Okay. Both. Both and everything. We'll do that. Take the credit. That doesn't work. So that's done. Now we're gonna muster. Bang. Manual deployment. Click on a sector to deploy the current fleet type on it. 1. 2. The rest don't matter, dude. They honestly do not matter. 3. 4. 5. 6. We've deployed everything. Then we are going to deactivate one. We're going to place a defense installation there. And we are going to do this. Now, which one do we want to advance? I think the bottom one, even though it doesn't get us any points now, it might later. Yeah, it's not great, is it? It's okay. That gets us 5 points. And then the bottom one will allow us to place another one of these there. Our upkeep is going to be mental. And then regroup. Why are we even regrouping? We do not need to. So all that's going to do is you're going to give us... Oh, actually, I can move this guy and this guy to here. 3 plus 3 is 6 and 6 there. Yeah, that's it. Replace the agenda? No, I'm gonna keep the salvation project. I'm gonna make this ongoing, dude. Because I am going to invade now with 5 somewhere. You bet. Okay, last round. Last round of the game. We have 144 points. The Voidborn have 242. What do you reckon? I don't like our chances, but I think we're gonna make we're gonna have a good crack at it. When resolving a politics focus, yes, have 6 adjacent to at least 1 Harbinger. Where's the Harbingers? How can I have 6 adjacent to a Harbinger, dude? I can't, it's impossible. Well, it's impossible in this map, so yeah, okay, right. That's not good. So last action of the game. Here's what we can do. We can do Heroic Prosperity to score, to advance our red civilization track to the end. That will get us 3 points per sector that has at least 1 guild. So let's say we establish a guild somehow. There's no way to establish a guild. So yeah, that will score us 9 points. Then we can remove a guild to remove a Harbinger. So that's going to get 10 points off the Voidborn. Because we're going to remove a Harbinger. So that's not bad. So call it 19 points, all up. Is basically what that's going to get us. However, if we play Prosperity, that will get us the 9 points from the civilization track, and it will get us, in addition to that, the 7 points from this, because we're going to get additional signs that we need to do this. So that's not bad. That also gets us the food we need to do the upkeep at the end. Okay, I think that might be it. This one, Innovation, allows us to produce science and credits, which, okay, fine, but doesn't help us with our food production. But it allows us to gain a tech. Tech. Trade nexus get us 2 food and a trade token. Okay, these are all much of muchness. These are all, I think, of a similar outcome. The only one that will make things different is politics if we attack a new sector. And that's what the deal is. If we take politics, remember we can score 3, 6, 8 points, and then we're going to score another 16. So that's 24. If I don't do that, I'm going to score 10 points. That's all I'm going to score. The problem we have we will be able to get rid of this if we attack. So I think that does the trick. That gets us where we need. That gets us to, we need to attack these guys. Or these guys. Probably these guys. So if we use politics to do that, that's what we're going to do, I think. The problem is we're going to have a resource issue here at the end, because the cycle is going to resolve the crisis board, and the crisis board says we need to lose 2 materials. Okay, we have 2 energy. We don't. Can we pay with credits? Let me check. No. And 1 science. Fine. For each one we don't have, we lose 3 points. So You see the issue here? Oh, we can't even do this. Hang on. We can't do this. We don't have the resources needed. We cannot attack them. Scratch that. Temptation, I think it's going to be too risky. So we're going to go with the safe option, which doesn't sound great, does it? It's going to be prosperity. Yes. So we either do the basic prosperity or advanced prosperity or heroic prosperity. So does this get us the resources we want? I think it does not. Oh yes, it does. So this gets us the resources we want in terms of food and science, and it will allow us to remove a Harbinger from the map. This one does the same thing. So yeah, we're gonna play heroic prosperity. Well, that's less exciting end than I was hoping for, but that's okay. That's okay. We're gonna do this. Spend two. Oh, I forgot about that. Oof. I forgot about this guy. I forgot about the crisis board. Okay, I have a solution for that. Let's do this. I'm gonna spend 2 of something to gain 4 of something. So I'm gonna spend 2 materials, which I'm not gonna need. To do this. That gains us 9 points, okay. That gains us a safe haven. Ooh, hang on. That gains us a safe haven. Fleet to recall. This guy. Okay, the safe haven immediately gets us a reward. Remove a corruption. Forgot about that bit. Remove a Harbinger, gain any 3 resources, or deploy 2 fleet power. Remove a corruption, there's no corruption to remove. There would have been if we would have attacked them. Remove a Harbinger, which is fantastic. Which is what we're going to do, basically. Select the Harbinger to return. This guy. He's Gonskis. Choose effect to fulfill. Gain 4 resources. I got to be very careful here. I need 14 food. No, I don't. I don't because I'm going to gain a trade token. So food is fine. I need 14. I have 12. I'm going to need 12. So that's fine. So I just need to make sure I have enough resources to pay for this. I need 1 science to get to 8. And I need energy. That's it. 2 energy. And the rest can be whatever. Credits. And then we're going to do revolt. We're going to return a guild. Oh, god damn it. It's a non-home guild. So that costs us 4 points here. From this agenda card. I missed that. That's okay. That's okay. Gain a trade token. Gain something of something. I don't think it matters. Yeah, that wasn't great. Okay, I will get the 1 point. And then I'm going to remove a Harbinger. Oh, resolve the crisis toxic bargain. Yes, I'm going to place a corruption there. So that removes that card. Then I'm going to remove another Harbinger. This guy. We got them under 200. We have this. How do I want to resolve this current crisis? I don't care. Oh, maybe I do. They're going to attack me for 3. Yeah, it's not going to matter. Wherever they attack, I'm going to smash them. So I'm going to make this ongoing. That's going to cost me 5 points, but there's nothing else I can do. I can take this to discard this, but then placing a Harbinger costs me, gives them 10 points. So not going to happen. I'm going to make it ongoing. So that's it. End of the game. Cycle 3 evaluation results. They attacked with 3 power. They got obliterated. So I've defended. I gotta pay all of these resources, which is fine. I have enough. I have to pay my upkeep, which I have enough. Add a fleet power as a reward for my prosperous sections. It doesn't matter anymore, does it? Does not matter. And now I can either score one of these. This is going to get me two points. This is going to get me 10 points at least, and that's fine. I think I have this. There you go. I scored 62 from my agenda. So I'm up to 226. The Voidborn are down to 204. I finally managed to defeat the Ancient Secret scenario. So this is interesting because I was certain I was going to get it done through military this game, and I got it done through, well, kind of military, but mostly economic. All of these star bases helped me push the population, and I had a lot of fleet power, but I didn't manage to use that fleet power for much. I only conquered 2 sections, 2 sectors, this one and this one. So the agendas scored good, but not spectacularly. 62 at the end of the game, at the end of cycle 3. I've seen higher. But there you go. We managed to defeat the medium difficulty for the Ancient Secret scenario. After 4 failed tries, I would say that's probably where I'm at. That's probably where my skill level is at. Medium difficulty. I don't think hard I can go against. I've played a couple of times, got smashed. A few times actually, not just a couple. So, hey Sean, thank you mate, thanks for joining. Yeah, it's an incredible game. Like, I've been playing this and I've been playing Mage Knight, and you know, these 2 games give you this feeling that you could just play these 2 games, nothing else. If you're playing solo, you could just be playing these 2 games, playing nothing else. So, yeah. What platform are you playing this on? No, this isn't TTS. This is an app that a Board Game Geek member has made for free. It's available online, and it has Mind Clash Games endorsement. It only plays solo, so you cannot play this multiplayer. That would completely replace the game. So they haven't done that, but you can log on and play Voidfall normally with any faction, any scenario in the game, and it automates everything for you. So it is an incredible app to also learn the game, because it doesn't let you do things you can't do. It automates a few things. You can learn a lot through this. Obviously, I still think you need to have learned the game on the table to understand how the mechanics work. But there you go. That was the Ancient Secrets scenario. Finally a win, 226 to 204. So next time we can play a new scenario. You can play a new scenario. You're searching for it now. Yeah. Yeah, the link is too complex here, but I can put it in the chat. I forgot we have the chat. Let me put it in the chat. I have it in here. It's this link. Where's the chat? Where are you, chat? There you go. I put it in the chat, Sean, and for everyone else. Yeah, it's a phenomenal app. Can't thank the developer enough for this. I've already, played it like 5 or 6 times on the app. Played Voidfall almost 30 times, I think, now. So, very good. That was a long game, longer than I thought it would be, but still less than 3 hours. Thanks very much for watching. That was pretty epic. I finally managed to take a win. So I'll take that even on medium difficulty. And yeah, see you next time. If you are keen for more Voidfall, let me know. Or more Mage Knight. They're both amazing. Or any other game. Maybe we're due for a Through the Ages game or something like that. Or Gaia Project again. Any board game that we can play online, let me know. I'll make it happen. Solo or with other people. Arcs campaign coming up. Full campaign stream. Let's see if we can do it. Thanks for hanging around, Sean. And see you all. Thank you everyone else for watching, and see you all next stream. Take care. Bye bye.